So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in, today I'm going to bring you along for a quick little trip. We need to go inside, get some deer feed, then head back to the ranch, put the feed into the feeders for the deer, and start bringing them in for the first time for the year. Again, it's August. Hunting season for whitetail isn't going to start till about October, at least for bow season. So we're going to go ahead and start kind of throwing some feed in there, throwing some corn, seeing if we can bring them to the feeders. So let's go ahead and go inside Walmart, go get some quick corn, and later as the year progresses, we'll go ahead and start bringing in a lot more corn. But all right, let's go. I just walked by the corn. I had to go get a basket. The corn was freaking $9.82. I think it's a 50-pound bag, but we're gonna go check it out. Literally just got a haircut too, so started cutting my own hair maybe about it's in a couple years actually. We had a trip that we went to. We're gonna be in Bali, Indonesia for a while, and I didn't know if they had any kind of barbershops over there. Turns out they do, but it's one small town that did. But I wasn't sure if it was gonna be like sanitary and whatnot, so I ended up buying all of my own clippers and things like that, and taught myself how to cut my own hair. So I started doing it now, and it's been about like 3 years. So this one is 9 something. I'm just not sure if it's 50 or 40. So it is 50. So we can go ahead and pick that one up. We'll take 2 of these at 50. I'll set the camera down real quickly so that way you guys can, hopefully it doesn't knock over, which it might. All right, it's actually $9.84. So it doesn't have the price on this side, but it's on this other side. So we're gonna go ahead and take 2. So pretty much like 20 bucks worth of feed. Once the season starts rolling around, we'll actually start getting more corn from some actual feed locations instead of just Walmart. Right now it's just to get it going, just to get the deer coming back again. So I used to feed year round. There's some more corn over here. I saw some earlier. We'll go look at that. There's some apple corn there, and then there's some over here as well. But yeah, these are small bags of deer corn. Not sure what the difference is, but yeah. 23 Outfitters blend. What is this one? I'm not sure. But yeah, we used to feed year round, but it's gotten so freaking expensive. It just doesn't make sense. So right now we're in August. What is it? August 25th as I'm making this video. You guys will probably see this in a couple more days. But we used to feed year round, but it's gotten way too expensive. These bags used to be like $6. Now it's like double that, 10 bucks. So it gets way too expensive. I actually picked up my license earlier this morning, my hunting license, and I was gonna get some corn, but I actually forgot to pick it up. So that's why we're back today to get the corn. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go pay for the corn, and then we'll be right back. All right, so we're done. Came out to 19 something, just under $20. We have a discount card that we use for the Walmart store. So came out a little under 20, but we got our 2 bags. We're gonna go ahead and load it up and then head to the ranch. And I don't know if we even need to clear out any brush or not. We're gonna have to take a look at it. I came in shorts today because it's just way too damn hot. It's 105 freaking degrees here in Texas. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I got a freaking a nail on the side of my freaking tire. I'll show you guys that right now. I got a freaking nail, so I patched this thing up. I don't know if you guys can see it with the shade. So I just put a little cork in there to fix it temporarily. I was literally gonna go fishing and make a quick video for you guys. I get to the freaking truck and it's sitting at like 16 PSI. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So it is what it is, you know, it is one of those days. I ended up getting to the lake probably about an hour and a half later. By the time I got the compressor, filled the compressor, all that stuff, made sure it wasn't leaking again. Yeah, it was a day. But we're gonna go ahead and get this corn put away. Give me just a second. I don't know how the hell I did this earlier, but I made it stick earlier. Let me see if I can do it again. There we go. But yeah, so that was a day. That was, I think it was last week that we did that. And these were actually 50-pound bags. Normally they don't usually carry 50s, at least my Walmart doesn't. But today they had 50s, so that's freaking awesome. Normally they just carry the 40s, and they usually carry them in that green apple scent. But this time they actually had them in the 50s. So alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here at Walmart. We'll be right back here at the ranch. Hopefully there's not too much cleaning we have to do at the deer feeder, but we'll just have to wait and see what that looks like because it's been a minute. And then probably move some cameras over and start seeing what's coming out to the feeders, and we'll keep you guys updated what is coming to the feeders. Hopefully some good stuff, but all right. So now we're back at the ranch. It's 104 degrees now here at the ranch, and we're gonna go ahead and drive back there and set everything up. It's been a minute since I've been back here. As you can tell, the grass is overgrown, everything's overgrown. I've been trying to keep this place like a little sanctuary, so hopefully the deer will feel comfortable and safe when we get back there for hunting season. So we're gonna go ahead and turn off the camera, and then we'll go ahead and start setting up the feeders, getting some cameras together and all that good stuff. All right, so now we're back at the ranch. I ended up parking on the road itself, so I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because over here, which I'm gonna show you guys right now, I still have to walk all of that. I still have to walk all of this, and I was gonna park over here, but the problem is all of this stuff is dry. You can hear that stuff crackling. It's super freaking dry. And so I'm afraid to park over there because I don't want to start a fire. Get over here real quick. So I'm actually kind of scared to start a fire. It's a lot drier than I thought. It's 104 degrees here in Texas. So I really don't want to start a fire on my own freaking property. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park on the road, and I'm going to kind of slightly hike it in, the corn on my back, hike it in to the feeder. I was going to do it with a lawnmower, but I thought the same thing. If I get a lawnmower in there, that thing's going to heat up and it's even lower to the ground. Then I'm really going to start a fire. So, you know, it is what it is. It's an unforeseen little obstacle that we ran into. So yeah, it is what it is. It's just part of life. Little problems they're going to run into. Again, I could risk it. I could obviously just drive in there and get it real close to the feeders, but I run the chance of burning my whole place down. So that's not what I'm trying to do. Now, real quickly, I'm going to quickly do a quick shout out to Cedric from CV Life. He sent over this hat for me to wear when I'm doing these types of videos. So CV Life, check them out. I'm going to put this hat on here now shortly, but it's very breathable. It has a neck protection as well, and it's kind of like a little mini sombrero. So we're going to go ahead and switch off hats here, and I'm going to put the other hat in the back of the truck. But this is going to be our new hat for today, considering it is 104 degrees. The truck says 104 here, said 105 in town, but either way, it's over 100 degrees either way. But let's go ahead and get the truck bed open, and let's get this corn hiked in there. Again, I'm not looking forward to hiking this stuff in there, but it is what it is. It's a problem we ran into, and it's a risk I'm not willing to take. I'm not trying to burn my whole place down. So I'm gonna put this other tripod holder on my other pocket, or in my back, and let's go ahead and get one bag of corn out here. Probably could take two, but let's not risk it. You can hear how crunchy this freaking stuff is. It's super freaking crunchy. Now we just gotta come up with a trail to walk through all of this stuff. It's so freaking crunchy, it's crazy. These are all beds by deer too, I think. These are all deer beds. And you can tell, I mean, you can see why I really wasn't comfortable driving in here, because I could easily, very easily, start a fire. And that is not what I want to do. Let's take down some of these big old sunflowers, which the dove love these things, but it's pretty tough. Super tough stuff, man. kind of a good thing I didn't bring both bags, because I'd be fighting for my life right now, trying to get all this stuff in here. So I'm gonna make my way around. I have little trails on the property, but sometimes getting to these trails is another thing. You know what, let me put this down, see if I can't find another way to get over there without having to go through all that stuff. This is probably the easiest in here. Let me break this stuff down. So freaking hot though. Let's make a quick trail on foot. I'm actually got a new camera, so we're using the new camera today to do this video. But my little gator thingy here came loose. Trying to get it back on there. I guess one of the sunflowers cut my little string here. Huh, something just came by here and took down that cactus. It looks pretty recent. So the feeder is, I believe, down that way. Question is, how are we gonna get to it without doing anything crazy? So I'm literally gonna have to make a trail through here. Like I said, I haven't been back here in months. I've kind of just let it overgrow, and I'm only gonna make the trails that are necessary to get back in here. Oh, there's the feeder right there. Let's go ahead and go check it out, clean it up a little bit, and we'll clean it up a little bit. I've literally left it untamed for months, well, since basically last deer season, so approaching a year. Hasn't been a year yet, but I wanted to leave it untamed. Now I'm gonna have to come in here and cut, because I was planning on putting a blind somewhere in here, but it looks like I'm gonna have to come in here and cut something. And the wind usually comes from this direction. So I'm gonna have to either, man, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to probably just cut like a little clear path going this way, or do something. We'll worry about that later. Right now we're just gonna worry about getting the corn in here, so that way we can start getting these deer to start coming back, hopefully. It is full of these sunflowers. We had a really, really wet April and May, which is great, but these sunflowers also enjoy it, and they kind of took over. And I kind of don't want to disturb them a whole lot. Only what I need is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so we'll check the battery on that thing here in a little bit. Let's go get the bag of corn and work our way back through all of this maize in here. Seeing if I can get the camera settings correctly. So yeah, it's 104. Freaking have all this stuff just stuck on me. All the stuff from the sunflowers is just stuck. I'm sweating my freaking butt off. And there's definitely animals coming through here, probably a deer too, coming through here. These little piles like this is what worry me. So you can't see too well into what's in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just go get the other bag of corn, and just we'll lay it up in here, and we'll make our way back. Eventually, I'm gonna have to come in here and cut a trail or something, so that way I can have a shooting lane through all of that stuff. But again, I've let this overgrow intentionally, but now I'm paying the price for it. And you can hear how crunchy it is. You can understand why I didn't want to drive the truck over here and get all this stuff underneath the vehicle to where it can potentially start a fire. It's the last thing we want to do. Whew. And we're only going to fill one feeder right now. We're not going to fill all of them. We're just going to fill one. Oh my gosh. It's already freaking hot. Freaking dying, dude. This freaking heat is terrible. Oh my God. It's freaking tough Texas heat, man. I'm gonna take a little quick 5-minute breather. It's way too damn hot. Oh my gosh. It's freaking, that stuff is taller than me, man. Those sunflowers are like 7 feet, 8 feet tall in some places. Check out that one. This little guy right here, he's like 9 feet tall. He's freaking huge. And it's full of this. Like in the summer, it gets beautiful. I mean, we have a bunch of doves that come over here on this side of the property because of all these freaking sunflowers. But when you're trying to, in this case, take corn to your feeders, it makes it super tough. Makes it really tough. So let me go ahead and put the hat back on, and we'll go ahead and haul the other bag of corn over there. I'm probably not going to cut this grass here. I'm just going to leave it. The only thing I might cut, and probably with the weed eater, is going to be a trail or like a little path, a shooting lane. In other words, I'm going to cut a shooting lane and see how that works out. But probably do it with the weed eater because this stuff is way too dry to cut with the lawnmower that I'm actually scared to start a fire. That's how dry it is out here. Unless we get some okay rain, then I'll go ahead and cut a trail with a lawnmower. But right now, it's looking like it's weed eater time. It's about what, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Something like that, 4, I don't even know. It's hot. Let's get this last freaking bag out of here. And anyone who's ever walked through sunflowers like that, those wild sunflowers, those things are brutal on the skin, man. They scratch the crap out of you. Whew. I mean, you can hear how dry this stuff is as I'm walking through it. It's like crunchy. It's literally crunchiness. That's how dry it is. And this is an old bed, likely from deer. It could be a doe and her fawns because it's such a large bed. Which is good. They're using all of this. Usually all this is bare. I usually keep it very clean. But this year I thought I was going to do something different. See how that affects the hunting. And I apologize if you guys are hearing all that scraping. You guys are seeing a bunch of branches. That's me just walking through all of this stuff. All right, here we go. The last half of this little trek Super tough, man. You have to get used to this heat if you live in Texas, that's for dang sure. I know a lot of people that move out here to Texas and they sometimes move right back to where they came from, or they just don't spend any time outdoors during this time because it is freaking hot. Even as a native Texan, I'm still like, this is crazy heat, man. Probably my favorite type of weather. It's probably Florida's weather, to be honest. I really like Florida's weather. We spent a couple weeks in Florida years ago doing some fishing, exploring, mainly staying in the Keys, Florida Keys, checking out the Bass Pro Shops over there. I think it's like in Marathon or something. It's somewhere in the Keys, kind of, sort of. I remember that place. I loved the weather over there. Super awesome weather. And days like this, and I'm walking around in 105-degree weather in South Texas, make me think about Florida's beautiful warm weather. All right, last bag. You guys can see why I only brought 2 bags, right? Because I didn't know exactly how bad it was going to be. I need to clean a little bit out here just so we can get to it. I actually passed it up a little bit. I'm going to leave all this stuff here, though. All of this is going to be here. The only thing we're going to have is a shooting lane, because I want to make the bucks feel as safe as humanly possible. So that's why we're going to leave as much as we can natural. And I doubt we're going to get any kind of crazy action right now, because I'm coming through here. We got some nice scrapes back in these woods last year, and we had a huge buck, huge freaking buck, probably like a 160, free ranging 160, come to this feeder. But man, he was hard to freaking hunt, and he didn't like the openness because I had all of this open. So, and he did make it. So maybe he's a 170 now, I don't know. All right, let's, I am going to switch cameras. We're gonna go ahead and get this corn thrown in this feeder. Again, we only brought 2 bags. I think this thing holds 4 in total, maybe 4.5. We're only gonna get, man, I'm freaking getting itchy with all this freaking stuff now. We're only gonna put 2 bags in here. Again, I'm gonna have to clear out a whole shooting lane just to get some shots off, or I decide to put my blind somewhere else. So we'll kind of look at it, analyze it a little bit better. Most of the winds do come from this side, this way. So it'd probably be best if I stay away from in here and that way. Probably best if I go this way. But we'll see, because I'm thinking most of the animals will probably come from back in this side, is my guess. So I'm gonna try to stay out of the way the scent will go down, which is that way. Device overheated, screen will disable. Damn. Well, I was trying to figure out how to zoom in on this camera. I just got this camera today, and I accidentally zoomed in the other day. Well, not the other day, today, messing with the camera, and now I couldn't figure it out to zoom into that bird. But we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, let the mama bird do her thing. She's sitting on some eggs. There's actually eggs, I guess now that she left. I can show you guys the eggs real quick. There's eggs in there. That was she was sitting on, so that's pretty cool. It's a little mourning dove. All right, so the camera actually went out on me. It actually overheated and it stopped working. So I'm back. I let it cool down, took the battery out. I'm using the DJI Action 5 Pro. I just bought that camera today. I literally just picked it up today, and it overheated on me, which honestly, I don't blame it. It's 104, 105. It's working its ass off. So the camera went out before I did. Crazy. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and get the hat back on, throw you guys on top of the feeder, and we'll go ahead and get some corn in here. We might not get to the cameras. I'm not sure. I was gonna try to put some cameras out, but it looks like the my camera that I'm recording on is getting a little tired, so we'll see. I had to stop recording and I just kind of chilled here behind the feeder for a little bit. It's crazy, this Texas heat, man. I tell you, it's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and get these feeders filled real quick. Let's get them done. Let's get them done. Oh. First 50 pounds done. Here we go with the second 50 pounds. Oh my goodness, here we go. All right. Whew. That is 100 pounds total put into these feeders. And I am freaking sweating my freaking butt off, man. It's freaking hot. All right, now let's work on these. I'm gonna put you guys on top of my head and let's work on the whatchamacallit, I can't even think right now. It's so freaking hot. The timer, let's work on the timer now. I'm gonna go ahead and mount you guys somewhere. So that way, hopefully, let's see how this works. I'm gonna try to mount you guys right here. See if this will work out great or not. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try it. All right. All right. I am trying to get this thing to work with me, but it don't want to. I'm gonna have to do this, I think. There we go. I think that'll work. All right. Let's see if we can get this thing to work. Again, we haven't messed with this thing in almost a year, so I'm hoping it still has juice on the battery. So I do have it on a solar panel charger. I'll leave everything down below in the description. I get a lot of questions, so I'm just gonna leave everything down below in the description for anyone who's interested in reading or checking out what I'm using. I believe this is just a 6-volt from Walmart. Yeah, it's a Wild Game Innovations battery. Pretty cheap, inexpensive batteries. Inexpensive batteries, can't even talk, it's so damn hot. But they work good. I have them on all my feeders for the 6-volt feeders. This timer, we're gonna go ahead and set the timer. What is this? Huh, little glass plate fell off from something. Oh shoot, that's how hot it got back here, guys. The glue on this glass fell apart. Check that out. The glue just came undone off the glass of this thing. That's how hot it was back here. Absolutely crazy. Crazy stuff. Now it actually won't come off. Okay, cool. Well, we got it to work again. So we're gonna set our time for, what is our time? It is 4:20 in the afternoon, so let's set the clock first. 4:21 now. Clock is set. Feed times. The first one will be 7 o'clock in the morning. We'll go like 2 seconds. Right now we're just trying to get the deer to make their way back. That's it. The medium RPMs. Feeding 2 will be in the afternoon, which will be 4:30. I think that's a pretty good time. And we'll leave it at 4:30 and we'll do again 2 seconds. It's just something to bring them back in. I'm only gonna put 2 settings on this thing. Two feed sessions on this thing actually. This one has up to 6. I thought it was up to 5, but it has up to 6 possible ones. We're gonna test it real quickly, make sure this guy is working, and then we will. Okay, it's about to go off, so I am going to remove this as fast as I can. Yep, it's a working. It's a working. All right. I was hoping it wouldn't crush my camera, break my camera. Wrap this thing around so you guys can see what I finish up and do. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Gonna wrap it up. So this is Dunzo's. I'm probably gonna go get a camera, see if I can set one up. It's gonna bother me if I don't, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If I don't do it, it's gonna bother me, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. And I don't know what happened to the other screw. There was another screw in here. It must have fell somewhere because I do not see it. But yeah, all right. Let's go get a camera. We'll set it up. Probably, we're gonna have to knock down some of this vegetation here. I'll probably set it up on one of these trees. It's probably the best. Oh, I actually have my old camera right there. Well, I'll be damned. I forgot about that one. That one's a cellular. Holy crap, I forgot I even had that cellular camera out there. It's been up there the whole freaking time. That's a cellular camera, but I'm gonna put a like a Wi-Fi camera on here. So we're gonna go get one of those and I'll be right back. All right, we're back again. We got ourselves a camera. The one I'm using today is gonna be a solar powered camera with Bluetooth. So this one I have to be coming over here and checking it. I can check it from the road. I like these Bluetooth cameras with the solar panels because I never have to change the batteries out. This one's been out all year long, still was taking photos. It's been a year. I haven't even had to come look at the batteries or anything. I just got to pull up close enough to the camera, and then I can sync my phone to the camera, and everything comes straight to my phone without me having to walk in there. So the first time pulling it out from here, I'm actually going to swap it with the cellular camera later. Just not today. It's already too dang hot. I'm already tired and hungry, and the feeder already went off a little bit. I'm gonna have to go get a zip tie to zip tie that thing up, but we're gonna go ahead and clear this out a little bit to be able to set up our camera against that tree if we can. Should have brought the weed eater, but I didn't. I'm sweating like a dog already, man. Oh dang, that one's kind of strong. Usually they just fall over real easy. I have to clear up a little bit more space because if not, the camera's gonna be flickering off with this thing because these branches are gonna set off the camera too often. All right. There we go. I'm gonna make a little clearing in here, just breaking down some of these plants, so that way the camera hopefully won't be flickering off every time the wind blows. This stuff is tough and itchy, man. If you ever had to walk through this stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. These things are brutal at times. I am going to break this off a little bit. All right, there we go. Now we have a clear opening to the feeder, so hopefully if anything shows up, we'll be able to at least see what's comes straight to the feeder. In the next week or two, I'll go ahead and start cleaning it out a little bit more and taking care of it. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out these cameras real quick and get them set up. Make sure that the times are set as well. I'm gonna set you guys back up over here. Freaking sweating like crazy. It's the only thing with this Texas weather, man. Makes me want to move to Colorado or Florida sometimes, is this heat can be brutal, man. It can be freaking brutal at times. It's the only thing I don't like. Oh man, this thing is stuck. It's been out here for a while. I just picked up a new one of these. These are the Moultrie Edges. I just picked up another one for like 20 bucks, guys. 20 freaking dollars. These batteries are likely no good. I have to replace those. But I'll get this thing activated later once we actually get closer to season. Maybe in September, I'll go ahead and start activating it. I need to set up the times on this thing because I don't even know if it's actually on the right time anymore. It's 4:50 now. I was looking through all the old photos. Oh, it's actually correct. Wow, it held time and everything perfectly. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing on here. I was surprised it actually held the time and date the whole time. It stopped taking photos like the last month. I guess it filled up on memory because the battery's still good. But it did get poked out. All these little sensors got poked out, but it's still, I guess, working. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up, turn it on. Make sure it's working. And then leave it here to pick up this. Turn it off. Turn it on. All right. Now it's turning on. Now she's ready to go. She's ready to rock and roll now. I think. I'm trying to give it a second, see what it's gonna do. Yeah, I think it's ready. I believe so. All right. Let's get out of here, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for you guys today. That's all I have. Now I'm just gonna go back to the house, eat, get something to drink. I'm freaking thirsty as heck. Pick up a little bit of trash that I left behind. But thanks again for joining me on my little adventure for the day. I'll try to do more of these videos where I kind of like vlog it style, so that way you guys can see, you know, kind of from the beginning to the end, what it kind of takes and what I kind of do to kind of get everything ready for the property. In this case, we went out to Walmart, picked up a feed, brought it over here. A lot of people don't see this part of the journey, you know, having to figure out, oh, you can't drive over here because you might start a fire, or you have to walk all the way around to this feeder, because I could have just beelined it straight this way. I had to do like a loop, you know, just adversity and everyday little things that we all face, right? But again, I appreciate you guys. It was fun bringing you all along. I really enjoyed this style. I'm going to try to do a little bit more, but until next time, be careful, be good, take care, God bless. And again, Cedric from CV Life, thanks again for sponsoring the channel. It's been great working with you, and hope to do many more videos with you guys. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.